Welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So this week I grabbed my 2 farmhouse sticker books again. I tried to use these last week, but I started with the bright florals and I didn't feel like they went very well with the other stickers, so I went a different direction. So this week I am going to try to use the farmhouse sticker books as my jumping off point. I also have these quotes from Temu. They're just stickers. I haven't used them yet, but I wanted to give them a try. And I also have these sentence stickers also that I ordered from Temu. I used them last week and they're sitting here still, so we'll see if I use them again this week. But let's get into the planning. I am going to speed this up, and in case you're wondering, I usually speed things up about 2.5 times. So even though this video may be around 15 minutes, it took me about 45 minutes to actually put it all together. It's just, I like to take my time and be creative, so I don't want you to have to watch me sit back and look at my page. So if my hands leave the screen, I usually am sitting back for a second and thinking either what do I want to do next, or where I need something added, if that makes any sense. So I'm just flipping through the sticker book. I do know that both sticker books have very similar stickers. They're just different sizes. One is the big and one is made for the classic. So I do like a variety of sizes of stickers. And most of the time I just get the classic sticker books, but I like the big just because if you need to fill up more room one week, then a big sticker will fill it up without having to add a lot of stickers. So I do like some of the bigger quotes and some of the bigger stickers just to fill up some of the white space a little better. I do go ahead and pull these 2 wreaths. I am really bad about using those wreaths. They're in a couple books, like the circle stickers with decoration around them. I use circles a lot, but the ones that are more wreath-like, I really struggle. Maybe it's because there's white in the middle. I'm not really sure, but I struggle to use them. So I do go ahead and put this one down, and what's funny is you can barely see it on screen, but I really thought I was going to go for it, and it will end up coming up because I did not end up liking it. I think maybe I should just not force myself to use the things that I really just don't like. There are things that I do push myself to use because it's a challenge, but I'm not sure I even like the wreaths. So that's just a thought for myself. But because the wreaths are kind of holding me up, I did decide to move on to something different. And I have this new washi tape. I'm pretty sure it's from Amazon. If I can find it, I will link it down below. But I just had it sitting right in front of me since it was new. And I thought, let's try that out. So I did go ahead and pull that wreath up and try to figure out what exactly I wanted to do with this washi tape. I love the little animals in these books, so I did go ahead and use the chicken or the rooster. I'm not really sure which one it is. So I went ahead and used that, and then I grabbed my Flower Power sticker book because I think that these florals go much better with the farmhouse sticker book than the florals that are actually in the farmhouse sticker book. So I love myself some florals. And because I love my florals so much, I try not to waste them. So I go ahead and I put this stick and leaves off the edge, but I don't want to waste those other leaves that I have left. So I do try to piece them together so that they look natural together. I do finally get them in a place that I like them, but I do have to play around with them a little bit. I did want to mention that I am pleased with the stickiness of both the farmhouse sticker books as well as the Flower Power sticker book. A lot of times when I leave my spread for a little bit, the stickers will start to peel up. So I did this spread about a week ago, and I'm just getting around to the voiceover right now in between soccer games, but none of the stickers are peeling up. So I appreciate that, and I feel like the Happy Planner sticker books kind of vary from sticker book to sticker book, but I did want to mention that these 3 sticker books, I don't have a problem with the stickiness of the stickers. And then I go back and I grab that really pretty, I guess it's a rose or whatever the flower is, but really pretty, and then I decide to start layering my washi tape in. And I'm not a huge fan that the rose or whatever that flower is has a white edge to it, but I am just going to embrace it this week, and I'm not going to try to trim the white edge off. And then before I get too carried away decorating, I do want to go ahead and start getting some lines down. And what has been working for me lately is I have a section for spring cleaning type of things or spring projects, and then another section for just other tasks that I need to do. And that's been working. I'm really enjoying being able to focus on those spring projects, and then assuming the weather is cooperating, and then also just seeing what else I need to focus on for that day. So it's almost like splitting out your top priorities, because my spring to-dos are really my top priority for the upcoming weeks. We need to get our roof replaced, our gutters replaced, our house painted. So we are working through all of that right now. And it's just nice to, again, have that focus area. And it doesn't have to be a spring cleaning thing. It could be a big project you're working on and just the top one thing that you need to get done for that day to move the project forward. Again, I just am finding that this is working for me right now in this season of life, so I want to keep using it. I did decide that I'm not going to put my work stuff on this spread this week. I took vacation last week, and it will end up being a very crazy week at work this week. So I think what my plan is for this week for work is to use my separate sheet just for work, so that when I'm at work, I can focus on work, and then when I'm at home, I can spread out this layout and look at it without looking at my work stuff. Sometimes I just really need to segment my work and my home. So that is my plan for this week. It is May, and it's still crazy. We have 2 more weeks of school left and soccer tryouts, and my daughter just got on the cheerleading squad for 7th grade. So it is turning into a very, very busy spring. So now that I have my lines down on this left side, I'm going to go ahead and try to fill in some more of the white space. I want to tuck a box in there somewhere, but the farmhouse sticker books don't have very many boxes, so I am going to use this box, and I think it says My Mantra originally, but I wanted to cover that up, and instead I used a sticker that says top priority, and I'll be able to write, I may or may not put the top priority in there. I will fill it in, but it may not be the actual top priority. But I liked that sticker better than it all being black and it saying My Mantra. So now I'm just looking to find something else to go above the flower, as well as on Tuesday above my lines. So I do grab a few of the quotes to try and figure out a place for them, but there was a lot of extra white space around the quote, which could be helpful, but in this case, I wanted it to be closer to the text, cut closer to the text. So I did grab my paper trimmer and just trim that down. The first paper trimmer doesn't have a guide for where it's going to cut, so sometimes I struggle using that paper cutter. So I did grab my other paper trimmer, and it has the metal wire that runs along where it's going to cut, so you can tell right where you're going to cut. So I like this trimmer much better for this situation. The other trimmer is fine as long as you know what dimensions you want to cut your paper to. So I am going to tuck that quote in above the flowers, and it just says, I'm still learning to love the parts of myself that no one claps for, and it's by Rudy Francisco. And that's one of those quote stickers from Temu, and I really do like them. They are a little plasticky feeling, but you can't tell that they are when you just look at them. They're not super shiny. They are still a matte finish, so I don't mind that they're a little slick. I don't plan on writing on them, so that's okay. And then I just cut 2 label stickers and tucked them in behind, but I decided that I didn't want 2 green, and I will trade it out for a green and a pink. And then I'm going to jump back up to that white space above Tuesday's lines, and I'm going to try to fill it in a little bit. Originally, I grabbed the pink sticker for over there, but I felt like there was too much pink over there, and the pink box with the pink sticker was just too much. So I did put that off to the side, and instead I grabbed this blue one, and it just says write it down. So it's pretty plain. And then I just wanted to fill one more little spot up there, just so that it seemed a little more balanced. So I went ahead and put those leaves up there. And I'm liking how the left side of the page looks, so now I'm going to jump over to the right side and start figuring out what I want to do over there. So I like how my lines stair step on the left side, so I decided that I would go ahead and repeat that on the right side. And the only difference is I will make Saturday and Sunday match, because I know I say this pretty much every video, but I like to treat my Saturday and Sunday tasks all as one. I do use the calendar section of those days separately, but my to-do list is really for the whole weekend, and it doesn't matter if I pick an item from Sunday to do on Saturday or vice versa. Granted, it is kind of like that for the whole week, but really Saturday and Sunday I treat those lists as one big list. So I did put them both towards the top of those two sections. And I may not have mentioned it in a while, but I am using the 5mm stencil from Christian Designs along with my Muji 0.38 pen to draw my lines. I like that it doesn't smudge, and I really like the narrow lines, and then using a slightly thicker pen to do my actual tasks. That way the tasks stand out and the lines kind of fade to the background. So now I'm going to go ahead and start filling in all the white space, and I don't want it to be too overpowering, but I do want it to balance the left side, and I also want to make sure I don't leave too much space to write too many tasks, because as I've mentioned, May is a very busy month without me adding a bunch of extra tasks on top. So I did go ahead and put these two florals down, and at this point I was thinking, why not just use all of the florals on this page? And I wasn't sure I was going to make it all work, so I did pull up the white backing so that it was easier to pick up and put down the stickers on this page. I always do this with the clear stickers, but when I have to put a sticker back, it's just helpful to take that backing off so it's easier to put it back on that page. And I found that once you put the sticker book back, like you fold it up and you put it back in your cabinet or whatever, it will end up flattening the sticker back out, so it will be fine. I did go ahead and put that quote that is pink, and if you can't read it, it says, "There is beauty in simplicity." And then I used another one of those. I guess I'm not sure if it said my mantra on this one or not, but it's the same box that I have on the left side, and I just went ahead and covered it up with a sticker that said today's focus. And I'm liking the balance of this, so now I just want to fill in a little bit more of the white space and do a little more balancing. So I did take the leftover tabs and tuck them under my quote sticker, and that was the first way I felt like I made the two sides feel more balanced. I also wanted to use another one of those quote stickers from Temu. I'm just trying to make it a little more balanced. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same, so I do find a quote that I like that has a slightly darker background, so it's fine if it's a little different, but I just like that it balances it, that it carries that same feeling across to the other page. I'm not a big fan of my two pages looking disjointed, I guess is the word. So I did pick that quote that says, "And her heart was the best part. It would always calm the storm for those who were afraid of a little rain." And that is by R.M. Drake. So I did go ahead and use my poker tool to get the sticker backing off, and I just overlapped the floral on that side like I did on the left side. And then I wanted to tuck some of the washi tape in. Again, I want the same elements on the right side of the page as I have on the left side of the page. So I did tuck some washi under the quote and under that black box. and I am slightly losing my voice. I'm not sure if it's from talking so much with my best friend. We took a little trip last week and we sat around a campfire for 2 days, so that was wonderful. But between that and then going to my son's soccer game today and yelling for him, I'm losing my voice a little bit. So it could also be the weather. It's a little crummy here this weekend, rainy, overcast. But thankfully we are able to get our games in, and hopefully the weather will hold out so that we can finish the tournament this weekend. So I am liking where the washi tape is tucked, and I did add that pink circle sticker back in. It just says new adventures on the horizon. But I think that's my spread for the week. I hope that everyone is having a great May, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!